For the past several years, we've gone gaga for big data.
Big data is the electricity of the 21st century.
Is changing the way in which people think about businesses.
It's such a big change for business.
We think if we just get smart enough at sorting through it all, we'll rocket to the top with groundbreaking insights.
I need a map.
And we probably will get to some of those insights. The effort is young, but there's still no substitute for human experience. Intuition, gut.
Intuition is huge.
I cook my best when I kind of take that recipe and scratch it and just kind of cook with passion.
Sometimes you just have to go for it.
If big data lives in the age of enlightenment, then passion lives in the age of romanticism. And Tim Leberecht, author of The Business Romantic, says romance, passion, and intuition are just as important as data for the bottom line.
I'm not against data. Data is beautiful. I mean, everything is data, right? And I think it's just about the mindset. And what I'm worried about is that because we're exposed to more data is visible now, we have much better tools to collect and analyze it, that we seem to be driven by a somewhat obsessive belief in the validity of data and mistaking data as the only objective truth, as the only evidence.
Leberecht says that some of the best companies out there come up with ideas that simply surprise and delight. Take Etsy, the peer-to-peer e-commerce site.
One of the features that Etsy has, which I find really interesting and intriguing, is very romantic, is a secret society that they founded internally. It's called the Ministry of Unusual Business. It's not quite clear who belongs to it. It's not quite clear what it actually does and how, but the mandate is well known at Etsy, which is to inject the everyday workplace experiences with moments of delight and beauty.
Or take Moleskine notebooks.
What Moleskine has really succeeded, really mastered, is the connection between a nostalgic idea, really, of the diary for the nomad, right, for the creative mind, the artist, and has really brought that into the 21st century as the very tangible, intimate diary for the digital knowledge worker now.
Or take a fast-growing venture like Airbnb.
It requires a certain, a very wild imagination and the ability to be a fool in a way, to imagine that strangers, that people would rent out their apartments to strangers. 10 years ago, people would have thought, oh my God, what a crazy, foolish, daring idea. Now it's an incredibly viable, scalable business model.
And these aren't just fun ideas. They pay off.
There's a difference between being liked and being valued because you provide valuable services and you cater to your customer needs and desires. But to create true attachment and true loyalty, I think you need to make people fall in love with you because of who you are.
So if you've got a surefire idea that you think people will love, don't worry if your entire data center is based here and here.
Those leaders, those managers, those professionals who have the ability to embrace ambiguity, poetry, beauty, can tolerate opposing truths, can connect at a deeply humane level with others, will always be in high demand, probably more so than ever.
Because for better or worse, we still need our gut.
Ever just know something, Dr. Nash?
Constantly.